Good evening, dear student. So, student, today we are going to discuss a new chapter, and the name of chapter is Arithmetic Progressions. Okay, this is fifth chapter of your 10th class NCERT Mathematics. And before discussing arithmetic progressions, let us briefly learn about progressions. So, in mathematics, progression is a very important topic. Okay, and there are different types of progressions. So first we will try to learn about progressions, how to identify whether given series, the given sequence of number is arithmetic is progression or not. Okay, so progressions are different type, later we will discuss about it. Okay, so as the definition says, a progression is a series of number. Okay, a progression is a series that advances in a logical and predictable pattern. Getting this or not? A series of number that advances in logical and predictable pattern. Okay, let us try to understand this with the help of examples. Okay, so we have four examples here. Okay, four series we have given here. Okay, and we will find whether these are progressions or not. Okay, so our first series is 2 4 6. The first term of the series is 2, second term is 4, then 6. Okay, fourth 8, 10, and then 12. Can you tell me, can you okay, there is a logic behind this sequence. Okay, the number in this sequence are in a particular order. Okay, and you have to predict the next term of this series. Can you predict the next term? Yes, this is very easy. The next term will be 14. How? Here we can say that here we can see that we can find the next each next term by adding a fixed number in preceding term. Okay, like here you see 4 can be found by adding 2 here. If you will add 2 in 4, 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 2 14, then 16, then 18, like this. Clear? So there is a logic behind this. Okay, a fixed pattern this series is following, so this is progression. Okay, second one you see -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Next will be -7, then -8, -9, like this. Again, this is following a fixed pattern, so this is progression. Okay, next series is 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 6. Next will be 1 by 8, 1 by 10, like this. So again, this is following a fixed pattern. Again, this is progressions. Okay, the fourth series is 2 4 8 16 32 64 128. Okay, so how we are getting this series? So 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16, 16 into 2 32, 32 into 2 64, 62 64 into 2 128, and next term will be 128 into 2. So in this manner you can find the next term. Okay, so these all series are following a fixed pattern. There is a logic behind it, and the next term is always predictable. Okay, so these all series are progressions. Okay, and generally there are three types of progressions. First is AP, arithmetic progressions. Second is GP, geometric progressions, and the third one is HP, harmonic progressions. So here in 10th class we will discuss about AP, arithmetic progressions. Okay, so in 11th and 12th class you will learn about GP and HP. Getting this or not? Okay, so here in 10th class we are going to discuss about AP. Now coming to arithmetic progressions. Okay, in short we will tell this AP. Okay, so AP is acronym of arithmetic progressions. So here I have written two definitions. The second definition is in your NCERT textbook. Okay, so one by one we will try to learn we will try to learn about arithmetic progression with the help of these two definitions and with the help of these examples. Okay, so first definition is an AP, an arithmetic progression, is a sequence of number. Okay, an AP is a sequence in which each term differs from its preceding term by a constant. Getting this or not? Okay, okay, second one. Okay, an AP is a list of number. Okay, again sequence, or we can say series. An AP is a list of number in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. You see what is happening here? Here in first definition, what he's saying that a sequence in which each term differs from the preceding by a constant number. Okay, each term each term differs from the preceding. Each term differs from a preceding number. Each term differs from preceding number by a constant number. Constant number. Okay, getting this or not? Okay. In second, what is saying? A list of number in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number. Both are same. Getting this one? Or in simple language, I will say. Okay, the crux of these two definition, I will say, in AP, in an arithmetic progressions, okay, the numbers are in such a pattern where we can find next term by adding a fixed number in preceding term. Getting this or not? Okay. Okay, let's suppose with the first example we will take, here we can find this 4 by adding a fixed number in this 2. Okay, similarly we can find 6 by adding a fixed number in preceding term. Okay, so you can see here, we can see here what you will add in 2 so that we can have 4. We will add 2, so 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. What will be the next number? You add 2 in it and you will find 10. Then again next number 12, 14, 16, like this. Getting this or not? Okay, here you see a fixed number we have to add. Okay, so what we are adding here, how we will find 7? So as you will add 4 in 3, you will find 7. Again you add 4 in 7, 11. Again you find 4. Again you add 4 in 11, you will find 15. Is this clear, children? Okay, is this clear? So you see the third term, the third sequence. So in third sequence we have first term 1, second term is 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, can you tell me how you can find how this is progressing, this sequence, how you can find next term, what we have to add in preceding term so that we can find the next term? You see here, if we are adding 1 in 1, we will find 2. Again 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, then 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 1 6. So that fixed or that constant number here is 1. Here that constant number was 4. Here that constant number was 2. Okay, here in this sequence you tell me. Okay, our first term is -3, second term is -2. Okay, so then -1 0, like this. So what we are adding here, how we can find -2? Okay, which number we have to add in -3 so that we can have -2? So what will children tell me, what number we are going to add in -3 so that we can have -2? Okay, we will add +1. So -3 plus 1 -2, -2 plus 1 -1, -1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 2 2, then again next 3 4 5, like this. So here that fixed number, yeah, fixed term will be 1. Okay, so now our fifth series, our first term is 8, second is again 8, third 8, fourth 8. So 8 8 8 8 in this sequence. So which number here we are adding so that we can get next number? So here we are adding 0. So 8 plus 0 8, again 8 plus 0 8, 8 plus 0 8. So here fixed number is 8. Okay, so the last sequence is 18 15 12 9, like this. Okay, this is in decreasing order. Okay, so tell me what we have to add in 18 so that we can have 15. Which number we are going to add in 18 so that we can have 15? So 18 plus -3. Getting this or not? So 18 plus -3. As you are going to add -3 in 18, you will find 15. Again you add -3 in 15, you will find 12. Again you add -3 in 12, you will find 9. Next 9 plus -3, it will become 6. Then 3, like this. Is this clear, children? Okay. So perhaps this will be clear for you. So arithmetic progression is a sequence, is a pattern of number in which we can find next term by adding a fixed number, a constant number in preceding term, and every time this fixed or constant term will be same. Okay, so now we will take another example. Here we have another example. Okay, so example is we have a series and the numbers are in this pattern 2 5 in this sequence. 2, first term is 2, then 5, then 8, then 11, then 14. So first you will have to find whether the given series is AP arithmetic progressions or not. So how you will find? Okay, whenever you have given any sequence, how you will find whether the given series, given sequence is in arithmetic progression or not? Okay, so for that we have very simple, we will use very simple method. So what we are going to do, we will take like first these two number, then these two number, any two consecutive number you take. Okay, first these two, Either you take these two or these two or these two. Okay, so what you are going to do, you are going to subtract preceding number from succeeding number. Getting this or not? Okay, and each time, every time, the difference should be same. Like here we have okay, so 2 5 8 11 14. So first we are going to take these two. So our preceding term is 2, succeeding is 5. So succeeding minus preceding, so 5 minus 2 3. Now you take these two, 8 and 5. What is succeeding? 8. And what is preceding? 5. So 8 minus 5, again 3. You take these two. So this is succeeding 11 and preceding is 18. If you are going to compare these two, so 11 minus 8, again 3. Every time we are getting 3. Out of these two, this is succeeding and this is preceding. So 14 minus 11, again 3. So each and every time you will see that when we are subtracting the preceding term by its succeeding term, so our difference is same. Getting this or not? Okay, or we can say in this sequence we are adding a fixed number, that is 3, and we are getting next number. You see, 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 3 14. Is this clear? So we can see that, we can say that the given sequence is in AP. Is this clear? How to find whether given sequence is in AP? You subtract preceding term by succeeding term. Okay, we will take previous example. Here we have previous examples. We have to find whether the given sequence is in AP or not. So succeeding, preceding. So 4 minus 2, 2. 6 minus 4, 2. 8 minus 6, 2. Okay, so every time the difference of two consecutive term is same. So we will say yes, this is in AP. Okay, you see here like this. So difference of these two 1, difference of these two 1, difference of these two. Or we can say succeeding minus preceding 1, succeeding minus preceding 1, succeeding minus preceding 1. Yes, this is in AP. Okay, you take here also. Okay, minus 2 minus 3. So minus 2 minus 3, how it will become? So minus 2 minus 3. So minus 2 plus 3. So answer will plus 1. Getting this? You take these two. Minus 2. Okay, for our succeeding is minus 1. So minus 1 minus 2. So minus 1 minus plus 2. So minus 1 plus 2 plus 1. Again difference is plus 1, difference is plus 1. So the difference, succeeding minus preceding plus 1, succeeding minus preceding plus 1, succeeding minus preceding. So 0 minus 1, again plus 1. Okay, so here again you see out of these two, so 1 minus 0, again plus 1, 2 minus 1, again plus 1. So every time the difference of succeeding term minus preceding term is same, similar, constant. So this is NAP, arithmetic progressions. Again you see here, what is the difference of these two? Succeeding minus preceding 0, succeeding minus preceding 0, succeeding minus preceding 0. Okay, so again the difference is 0. So again this is in AP. Similarly you can solve for this. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, so now as we came to know that the given sequence is in an AP. Okay, so what is the first term of this sequence? The first term of this sequence is 2. So the first term of each AP will be represented by small a. Clear? So first term we are going to represent by small a. So whenever in AP we are saying small a, so small a will represent the first term of any arithmetic progressions. So what is first term of this arithmetic progressions? 2. So a is equal to 2 here. So a represent first term. Okay, the second term, the second coming to second information. Okay, so that is fixed number of common difference, we can say. Either we can say fixed number, okay, or common difference. So how we will find this common difference? Popularly we called it common difference. So how we will find the common difference of arithmetic progressions or AP? So what we will do, we will subtract preceding term from its succeeding term. Okay, preceding term from its succeeding term, preceding term from its succeeding term, and every time this difference should be same. So for example, here our preceding term is 2 and our succeeding term is 5. So 5 minus 2, 3. Similarly here our succeeding term is 8 and preceding term is 5. The difference is 3. Similarly 11 minus 8, 3. 14 minus 11, 3. So every time this constant, difference is 3. So this is known as common difference because this is common for all. This is 3. For each and every succeeding and preceding, this is 3. So this is known as common difference, and it is represented by small d. So for this AP, small d is equal to 3 plus 3. Clear? And one thing you keep in mind, so this common difference, it can be positive, it can be negative, it can be 0. For example, in this sequence you see here, what is common difference for this AP? 4 minus 2, 2, 6 minus 4, 2, 8 minus 6, 2. So common difference is plus 2. D is equal to plus 2. Okay, and what is first term? A is equal to 2. For this AP, A is equal to 3, and common difference 7 minus 3, 4, 11 minus 7, 4, 15 minus 11, 4. So D is equal to 4. Similarly for these. Okay, so here you see for this AP 8, 8, 8, what is first term? A. So A is equal to 8. Okay, and what is common difference? So common difference is 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. So for this AP, A is equal to 8, and common difference, that is D, small d, is equal to 0. So in this case, common difference is 0. Okay, in this case, in first series, for the first example, common difference is plus 2. For this, common difference is 0. And the last one, 8, 15, 12, 9. For this series, is this AP? Let us try. Now we will check it whether this is in AP or not. So preceding term minus succeeding term. So 15 minus 18. So 15 minus 18 minus 3. Second one, preceding term is 12 minus succeeding term is 12 minus preceding term is 15. So 12 minus 15 again minus 3. Okay. Again for these two, 9 minus 12. So minus 3. So every time the common difference is minus 3. So here D is equal to minus 3 and A is 18. So first term is 18 and difference, common difference is minus 3. So you see in this case common difference is negative, in this case common difference is 0, and in this case common difference is plus 2. Okay. So this common difference, it can be positive, it can be negative, or it can be 0. Okay. Now last term, suppose we have given a finite series. So finite series means which has large sum, which terminates somewhere like this. I am taking this example also, or let's suppose natural number I am taking. So 1, 2, 3, 4 like this and up to 20. Okay, so this is sequence in AP? Yes, this is in AP. Why? Because the difference of preceding minus succeeding is same. 2 minus 1, 1, 3 minus 2, 1, 4 minus 3, 1. So in this way. And what is last term? This is ending at 20. So we have last term. So here L or last term is 20. So this is finite AP. And in finite AP, let's suppose in example of infinite APs, let's suppose we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot 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 up to and so on. So this is an infinite AP. Okay, it has no end. Getting this one? This is going up to infinity, while this is finite AP because its last term is 20. So last term is represented by L, small l. So small l is equal to 20. So whenever in any AP you have given small l, it means we have given last term. Is this clear, children? So now I think now children, we will learn about the general form of AP. Okay, so how to find? So we have given in pattern. So 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. Okay, and as we have discussed it earlier, this is in AP. Okay, what is A here? First term is 2. What is common difference? D. So 5 minus 2, 3, 8 minus 5, 3, 11 minus 8, 3, 14 minus 11, 3. So common difference is 3, and this is infinite series. Okay, because we have not given its last term. This is infinite series. Okay, so with the help of this example, we will find the general form of arithmetic progressions. Okay, so we will learn how we are going to find the general form. So here this series can be written as 2. Okay, second term 5 can be written as 2 plus 3. If we are adding 3 in first term, we will find the second one. Getting this or not? And how we will find the third term? This third term we will find by adding a fixed number in second term. Okay, so what is our second term? Our second term is 5. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. But this 5 I am not writing simply 5. So 5 can be written as 2 plus 3 plus 3. This is our third term. You see, first term is 2, second term is 2 plus 3. It means adding a fixed number in preceding term. So 5 can be written as 2 plus 3. The third term 8 can be written as 5 plus 3. So 2 plus 3, this is 5, and 5 plus 3, this is our 8. This complete one is 8. Again, next term can be written as 8 plus 3, 11. So this 8 plus 3 is 11. How I am going to write this 8? How I am going to write this 11? Okay. So you see 8 plus 3. So 8 can be written as 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Getting this or not? Okay. In the same manner, okay, we will write 14. Getting this or not? Okay. So this can be written as 2 plus 3. Again this one 2 plus 3 plus 3 can be written as 2 into 3. Is this clear or not? Either you add 3 2 times, 3 plus 3, or you write 2 into 3. Both are same. 3 plus 3, 6. 2 into 3, 6. Again here you see. So it can be written as 2 plus, how many times we have 3? 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 can be written as 3 into 3. Getting this or not? In the same manner, our next term 14 can be written as 2 plus, how many times? You see, how many 3 were here? 0. How many 3 were here? Only 1 3. 2 3s are there. 3 3s are there. In next term, there will be 4 3s. So 4 into 3. Getting this or not? Okay. So what is our 2? 2 is our first term, that is A. Okay. The second term can be written as A plus 3. And what is 3? Our common difference. So A plus D. Again this one A plus, this 2 is our A, plus 2 into, and what is this 3? Our D. Again you see here, this 11 can be written as 2 plus 2 means A plus 3 into, again this 3 is D. So okay, similarly the fourth one can be written as A plus 4D. So the general form of this gives us the general form of arithmetic progression, and the general form of arithmetic progression is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. Is this clear? So this is general form of arithmetic progressions. Is this clear, children?